It's a
Yeah, so
whole
you
different
saying
story.
like you were asking the question like what do you gain from the album? I'm saying that's what you gain. You gain that mirror reflection of what's going
I,
on.
I don't think the people wanted that. I think the people wanted her to.
That's cap. That's
Bro, I
cap. You know the
swear,
hoes want this shit,
bro, the
man.
hosts don't want that. I've heard
Bro.
enough people say they didn't want that, bro. I swear to God,
Damn.
bro, like
Bro,
yeah, the
the girl,
niggas
the
like
ladies wanted that smoking on my X pack, bro. It's already been used against me.
Realmatic Podcast.
SZA. SZA's album SOS. Long awaited. It's
Yeah,
been over 5 years.
yes, sir.
Tell the people how you feel about SZA's new album.
yeah, man.
You going first?
Go ahead,
Ben,
man.
I
Go
want
ahead.
Ben first, man. We always we
Why do y'all want me to go first?
it's
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
always
bro,
give
you
me and
always
Marlon
make us
starting
go
it,
I
or
all
first. You
right.
me.
gotta go
Okay,
first,
if I
bro.
go first, I gotta talk my shit. So y'all
Talk your
can't
shit.
interrupt me.
Okay,
All right.
go
All right,
first.
man. All right, we gonna let Ben talk his shit, bro. We
All
got
right,
it.
bro. So I
Go
mean with
ahead.
SOS, man, I think that's the perfect title for this album. It was a beautiful disaster. It was a beautiful disaster. She was very self-aware on this album. She talked about, embarrassment. She talked about jealousy. She talked about a lot of things on this album. I want to start with the bad first. The bad part about this album is that she stretched herself thin on this. There were moments in different songs where I'm like, damn, you could have used some bars right here, or I see somebody else was supposed to be right here. I felt like she needed some more features. When you have this many songs, it's a lot of room for error. You got over 23 songs. Like you gotta make sure you have your features right. It's been over 5 years. I have to be adamant about that. If it's been over fucking 3 years, give us some good features. Okay. I felt like as far as the content, it was like an echo chamber. It almost felt like we were in her head and we were kind of in her mind. And technically our brains kind of have reoccurring thoughts. We have that line that keeps playing over and over and over until we learn how to get ourselves out of that mindset. She was caught in this frequency throughout the album where it was like, kind of felt sad for her. It's very toxic, but you're not willing to move on. You're not willing to better yourself and say, you know what? I'm done with my ex. It's time to get me a real man. She was like, nah, fuck that. I'm still keep fucking with my ex. I hope he still likes me. I hope he still wants me. I'm mad. I'll kill him if he ever moves on. It's a lot of those themes, but at the same time, it's very relatable. A lot of women can relate to that. A lot of women are doing that in real time. So I appreciate that. Now, as far as the good on this album, because a lot of good on this album, her melodic raps were dope. I love that. I want more of that shit. That shit was hard. Starting the album off like that was crazy. Now she said in one of those lines that, she writes all her shit. I don't believe that.
Bruh.
It's hard for me to believe that if you talking about Tom Brady and then KD in the next line. You ain't writing that. That's number one. Number two is I like the little ode that she did to Old Dirty Bastard. That was cool at the last song. I feel like that starting off the album with rap, ending the album with rap, it just kind of strings it back along. I think she was a lot more braggadocious on her rap parts. I think she was a lot more confident in this album. What else I wanted to say about it? I feel like her stances were very clear on this album. Compared to the last one, I felt like she let the vibes carry her. This one, she let the lyrics carry this album. Like before, you would just listen to the songs, you say, I like the song because you like how it sounds. This time, you like the song because you know what she's saying. Like you feel that shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm going through that. Yeah, I relate to that. I resonate with that. So I think as far as content wise, she hit the mark, man. SOS, perfect title. It's basically saying, hey, I'm in danger, send help. I think this is a perfect way to, what this album was. And I like how she addressed those BBL rumors. You
Bruh.
know what I mean? Because we was asking that, like, hey, does she have a BBL? I mean, she looking thick, she looking right. She said, yeah, I got it. I got my body done. Fuck it. And it's how it is, man. So, yeah, man, I like this album. I definitely like this album. How y'all boys feel about it?
All right. I got you. It's very perplexing being the fact it's been 5 years, and I remember the time when Control first dropped, and I know the energy and how it made the people feel, and especially how it made women feel because of the vulnerability, the honesty. I think that's what people gravitated towards her the most, because she did create a subgenre just with her honesty and just with her vulnerability and just her weirdness. People don't talk about her weirdness enough. SZA ain't like a regular female. Like, she be doing weird shit, and it's just like, but it's quirky though. I guess that's her personality. But when it came to this project, it's only like a very few critiques. So yeah, it was too many songs, way too many songs. But I don't think she lacked in the department of her vocals. I think she actually gave a really great singing performance on a majority of the album. I think that's not what the problem. I think the problem was it didn't feel cohesive enough for a project. It just felt like it felt like you gave me a whole bunch of songs, but we're not sure do these songs connect. It's like, I feel like, and even then I felt the same thing about Control. I ain't gonna say Control songs really connected, but I felt like they felt more of an album than this did. I just feel like she might just gave me this 23 songs and tell them to live with it. Because think about it. Remember, we started this new album journey when it wasn't with I Hate You or Good Days. It started with Hit Different. And you remember how well Hit Different did, how the vibes was, how everybody was acting about how Hit Different was. Where is Hit Different on this album? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is that direction that we thought we was going with Hit Different? And like I said, all the singles she dropped was Hit Different, Good Days, I Hate You. They all did well, but can we say that they did well because we wasn't getting SZA music, or they did it well because we were good songs? It's just like, and like I said, the rapping, I enjoyed it. Starting SOS with the rapping, I was fucking with it. Kill Bill, great song. Even Gone Girl, she sung the fuck out of that damn song. Like, I really, she was singing. I'm gonna give her credit. Even the Don Toliver feature, the Phoebe Bridges feature, even the slight Travis Scott feature, like, I was messing with their contribution. It wasn't the greatest thing you ever heard in the world, but I was fucking with what they gave. And then she even announced the fact that she was supposed to have a lot more features on the album. People didn't send verses back or whatever. But even then, I just felt like we could have trimmed this up. We could have made this smaller. We could have made this a little bit tighter. I do appreciate getting that much SZA music, but it's just like, I guess from what I've heard in the streets, it wasn't the album that the females needed. But at the same time,
really,
I've heard a lot of people don't really, they don't really feel as strong about this as they feel about Control. And it had nothing to do with the singing performance. It had a lot to do with the content. And I just feel like people grow in 5 years, bro. She's not that insecure girl trying to become her own, trying to find a relationship. Like, bro, Sis is a whole different person. She looked different than when she looked back then. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people grow, and I think that's the one thing about people don't understand. Artists grow just as much as regular everyday people grow. So that content that you might have fell in love that I made 5 years ago, I'm not that nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that person no more, and that's what you have to realize. So it is what it is. I'm fucking with it. I'm still listening to it. So what's
Man, up, SOS is an SOS. It's a cry for help. I'm lost and don't know exactly what I want to do. I feel like each song as it flows either contradicts the last one. It's like almost double backing on what you said in the last. And that's
What's
good
an example
and bad.
of that? What's an example of that?
Let's say we go from, let's say, Gone Girl to Smoking on My X-Pac. Right? It's like, or from Open Arms to I Hate You to Good Day. Each song tries to feed off the last and give you kind of like I do feel like this sometimes. Then I also do feel like, yo, I gotta be, what is it? Because you got a song Conceited. Like, I feel like, oh, I'm this, I'm that bit. And then you go to like the next song after that where you're like, yo, I'm worthless. Don't nobody love me. And you're like, God damn, SZA, chill. I feel that SZA went into this Taylor Swift pocket in a couple of the songs where it just felt like it was long drawn out sadness or trying to, and it's so sad that it feeds off to you and you're like, geez Louise, man, are you okay? who hurt you? Can I help? Like there are certain parts of that. Going back to what you said, Ben, about features, I feel that a lot of the features fell short on the project, or they just kind of just came and went. Like Travis on Open Arms, I don't remember Travis on Open Arms. Like they don't stand out to me. And like I said on our Metro Boomin thing, yo, I'm happy Travis is coming back. We just don't need him on everybody's freaking album and song. He's not doing what he did in Astroworld Times in 2016. It's not gonna hit the same. Like I was cool with Travis on what is it Notice Me? What's the song on Low, where Travis basically produced that and you hear his ad libs in the back. That was fine for me. Mm-hmm. I didn't need a full verse from him. Even Don Toliver on here was like, okay, that's cool. I'm happy I got this collab between the two of y'all, but it wasn't what I need. Ghost in the Machine. She should have had Pink Panthers on that, bro.
Ooh.
Bro, I was sitting here and I'm listening to this song and I'm just like, this isn't who I need.
Smart, bro.
This is who should have been on here. It is a lot of songs. It is. And I feel that at a certain point in the project, I do feel like I'm drowning in songs. It's like, I want to get out of this middle pocket because these aren't my favorites. Or I think I've seen the thing where people are like, yo, it feels like I'm listening to this album on shuffle. It definitely does feel like that. It definitely can. Like Forgiveness with the Old Dirty Bastard feature, I felt like should have been my intro. I'm not even gonna lie. I like that song better than how SOS kind of starts it. Like SOS, it makes sense to start it off that way. I don't know why, but I feel like the album could have been rearranged a little bit better, especially with the flow.
Yeah.
And I think if you go back from listening to Control, you're so used to in Control feeling like you're being guided through the story with the outro interludes from like grandma and your mom and things like that. We really don't have that here. It's like, hey, these are the songs, and then randomly at the end you hear freaking seagulls flying by and random wind chimes. And you're just like, yo, what am I listening to right now? And then it like,
because after most of the songs you hear like the ocean breeze.
Yeah.
And I ain't get that either. Like I was kind of confused.
Yeah. I like the idea that the first thing that you hear on the album is the Morse code for SOS. That was kind of cool.
Dope.
Yeah, you hear that. SOS, Kill Bill, Seeking Destroy, Low, a good 4-run.
A good 4-run.
Those were more the rap sounding ones.
You said what?
I was saying those were more the rap kind of sounding ones.
Yeah, they're more rap sounding ones, but like even, yeah, like Nobody Gets Me and Special, right? Both songs feel like they get dragged out so long, bro. They're not terrible. It's just I can't do this every time. Like I can't do a full straight playthrough listen of this album without having to skip.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm just like, I just can't sit in this pocket.
Now you know that that back and forth that you talked about where it's like she's contradicting herself on the next song. I think I'm okay with that just because that's kind of what women do. They typically will feel, one way, then they switch. So I'm not really mad at that whole back and forth thing that she was going through.
Yeah.
I think that's real normal. That's just natural. I think that's what made the album feel organic. This album felt very organic, like everything throughout it. I'm with you on the whole, song arrangement. I think that should have been switched out. I feel like Good Day should have been your last song.
Yeah.
I feel like this album, I don't want to judge it based on having resolution because I think that's not what she was intending it for. She wasn't intending to make mistakes and then solve her mistakes. She was intending to show y'all, hey, this is who I am. This is me, unapologetic. I'm cool with that. However, I feel like the tone of this album was so sad in a lot of ways, and we never got out of that. Like, I want to get out of this sadness. We didn't really get out of that. And I feel like if she would have ended the fucking album off on Good Days, it would have put us with a, okay, I liked it. I like how it ended. You ended it off with the Old Dirty Bastard, which was cool. I appreciate that from a rap perspective, but I don't know if that song really added to the album conceptually. A lot of these songs were just kind of
songs.
not even that though, because like how you said, Marlon, you said they didn't really, they weren't cohesive.
Because remember,
I think they were cohesive though. They were
it
cohesive.
wasn't cohesive. Like Control was cohesive.
Mhm.
This shit was just like, and I'm not trying to use a playlist word, but bro, she kind of just gave you songs, bro. She just like, here, take it. Like even the way even where she put Good Days and I Hate You, why the fuck that shit so damn low on the album? Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it shit, and then why is it hit different on the album?
I Hate You should have been right after Kill
like,
Bill, man.
What? Like
You're supposed to put that after Kill Bill, man.
Like, come on, bro.
That's what I said, bro. It is all a contradiction as the album flows, bro.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me that I can make a better album than you, bro. Because I swear to God, like my shit have been like, what? Let me redo SOS. My shit have been cold. What?
I don't know, man. I think it was cohesive though, man. I don't think there was a moment where I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, I feel like she always talked about sex, and she always talked about how good it was, how bad it was, her ex.
You remember how the first album, like, you remember how the first album was more like women empowerment? It wasn't that, but it was kind of like it was like a journey of finding yourself in women empowerment. What messages you got of this album other than she's going through relationship shit? She hates that nigga. She's fucking that nigga, and she's fucking other niggas to get over that nigga. It's kind of like, what did you really get? Like what did you get? Because the last album, I feel like I got a lot more memories and a lot more feeling from the songs. Because every song you can say on Control was memorable to some extent.
But you know how we say that like rap reflects the culture and it reflects the people? I think this album reflects the women.
But I said that. This is her in 2022. This is not her in 2016.
So you saying like you were asking the question like, what do you gain from the album? I'm saying that's what you gain. You gain that mirror reflection of what's going on.
I don't think the people wanted that. I think the people wanted her.
That's cap. That's cap. You know the hoes want this shit, man.
Bro, the hoes don't want that. I've heard. I know people say they didn't want that, bro. I swear.
Bro, the ladies wanted that smoking on my X pack, bro. It's already been used against me. I'm here. Like they wanted this. There's no
Come on, smoking on my X pack, bro. Come on,
bro.
Now.
They wanted this.
Yeah, they wanted this, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I SZA just announced a tour for this project, where she's going on tour with Omar Apollo. Somebody who should have been on the goddamn project. If that's what we're gonna do.
That's what I don't understand. Like y'all niggas don't call features, bro. I don't understand what.
I'm like,
they just, I don't know, man.
I swear, if I was an artist, I'd be DMing niggas on Instagram like, "Hey, you want to work?" Like I just
not she DMing niggas.
Ask niggas to work, bro. Like,
bro, put that man on.
Bro, I really felt like she should have put Rick Ross on this shit, man. Bro, she would have put Rick Ross on this, bro. That shit would have been hard, bro.
I should have put Rick Ross on on SOS just out of nowhere. That should have been hard.
Oh my god, bro. That should be hard, bro. That should be hard, bro. Yo, SZA rapping,
nigga, like, bro,
rapping with Rick Ross, bro. That's
like,
crazy.
Even if he give me like a quick bar, just the fact that he on the album with SZA is
crazy as fuck.
Fuck, bro. Like, what?
Man. But like I said, I mean, I appreciate it. I think it was a good album coming off of 5 years. Definitely has some, replay value on here. But 23 songs. Y'all heard this is supposed to be her last album? You heard about that?
She lying.
I don't think she like making music.
Damn.
I don't think, bro.
She gonna drop one more if that's it.
Yeah, but she don't like making music like that. It's like 5 years.
She's gonna go the Rihanna route soon, bro.
No. I don't think she's like a natural person. I just think she's a human being. I don't think she really cares that much about her fame or the music.
She's trying to get off that TDE camp.
No, because a lot of female R&B artists, honestly and truly, I don't really feel like they really enjoy making the music. I feel like the music is their passion, but I don't think they enjoy making it. Because Summer Walker said the same shit. Ari Lennox said the same shit. It's like they're cool with making the music, but I just feel like what comes with that, I don't think they enjoy that.
Man. So for the people, what would y'all rate this project though? What y'all giving it, man?
I give this project a 7.
It's an 8.
That boy about to say 6.
I'll give it a 7.
His face. Yeah, I give it a 8. I give it an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 7. Too many points where I do want to skip, but It's good.
Word.
Real Matic Podcast.